my beautiful sunshines, and I am Simply Jane because it is my name's Simply Jane. And if you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new here, please stay. And I've probably recorded this video several dozen times, but I think like now I'm kind of like in a new phase of my spiritual journey. I'm on level 2. Okay, level 1 is hard, okay, but now I can properly kind of like free flow and like talk through this video and ramble. And where we're going to talk about is how I got into my spiritual journey. So go ahead and follow me on these social platforms so like we can talk and be like friends, because I talk back, I reply my best I can. So let's begin. Where do I even begin? I know that I was doing small stuff in like 2017, such as like affirmations or whatever. I remember having a conversation with my bestie and my mentor, Lucky, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're so good at affirmations." I'm like, "The fuck is that?" So then like I met my ex in 2018. Who cares about the specifics? I had my very first relationship ever. I was super duper immature. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was looking for wrong love in the wrong motherfucking places. Me not being aware of myself hurt him, and vice versa. And it ended in such a hot ass mess. Like I wish I was just way more mature then. But sometimes you gotta fuck up to learn. You need to get the fuck up. So after that happened, my first like breakup, first heartbreak, it was terrible. I've made some terrible fucking decisions. Oh my gosh. So I rebounded about 4 times. Oh wait, this was like, what? Was it last year? It wasn't last year, it was the year before last. So like 2019. We broke up in like July-ish, and I was just rebounding. I was just giving myself. And I just felt more broken. I'm just like, why the fuck can I find love? Like I know I'm a good person. Like what the fuck? And I think it was like my last heartbreak at the beginning of this year. I should just make a whole video on this shit. I think I already did. It was fucking ridiculous, and to be quite honest, it was well expected, especially with the person I was talking to was very much so immature. After that, something snapped. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of giving myself, I want to deal with myself. So let's start. In January of this month, because my spiritual journey technically starts this year, January, I was journaling every single day on this app right here. Journaling every single day. I was journaling. That is the most key important first step, guys. So I was journaling and I was keeping track of my moves. Guess who I got that from? Lucky, my precious best friend and mentor. So I was like, okay, I want to do this. I was journaling every single day, keeping track of my moves, keeping track of what activities that I did throughout my day that make me feel better, or just like just monitoring the cycles of my moods. I was working my most favorite job, a love coacher. I had just got promoted to co-manager, and then my store closed, and then COVID happened, and then for about February, March, April, about May-ish. So for about 4 months, I had to sit down with myself. So in those 4 months, I was sitting down with myself. I was still journaling. I was kind of getting more into like astrology, and I was like, okay, let me dabble in this stuff or whatever, right? Most of that beginning phase was really just me daydreaming the whole day away. So like, the summertime, getting into the fall season, where I was like, oh my gosh, like all of these things, like give me astrology, give me numerology, give me crystals, like I want it all. I want to know it all. Then the shadow work came through. I think it was in August. I was like, oh shit. Shadow work? What is this? What the fuck is this? I don't remember how it started in like August, September, but I just know that I was at an all-time low. I was just drained. I was just tired. I was just miserable. I was just upset. And I'm just like, why am I feeling this way? I was like reading my horoscopes and I was diving in astrology, and I'm just like, I just don't get it. And it wasn't until like end of October, November, I started binge watching videos. I started dissecting my birth chart to a T. And I'm just like, okay, and through kind of doing my birth chart, I was able to identify behaviors that I had, but I couldn't put a name through. I started following a whole bunch of therapists and psychologists on my social media. I'll put my favorite ones right here. And excuse me if I look like I've been crying. It's just a part of the process nobody really tells you about this shit. But no, on a real, sometimes really getting to know the parts of yourself that you have been rejecting or coming face to face with some of your traumas can be very much so challenging. And I really do encourage you to go to somebody who you truly trust with your emotions, or a therapist, so that way you don't have to cope with it alone, or you can have some form of advice on how to cope with it more healthily. Yes. And I started listening to them to identify with certain, behaviors and put names to them. Especially when it comes to things such as preoccupied anxious attachment. I forgot the name of this, daydreaming, and recognizing y'all had a hard life. let me. I should be laughing, but the reason why I can laugh about it now is I grew up in a military family. I had to want for nothing. I've always been provided for financially. I didn't have to worry. So I thought because I was taken care of so well in the financial department, I thought I didn't have the right to say that my life was difficult. When in actuality, to take care of a child, you can't just stop at financials. I was mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fucked up. Like, I was raised Pentecostal. I was brought up Pentecostal. I remember having to do the Bible studies every day and etc. And I remember my dad telling me the main key points that he wants me to take away when it comes to the Christian religion is that it's important to have a certain set morals and values that you live by. And as we got older, our parents became more spiritual, and I started picking up on myself, like finding my own path of spirituality. And I'm a strong believer in it does not matter what you use. If you use religion, if you use witchcraft, if you use whatever, if you're using it to become a better person yourself and a better person for the people in your environment, in your community, and for the world, use it. Like, there is already so much judgment in this world, and most of it coming from a lack of understanding or lack of or willingness to understand that there are worlds, there are lives, there are beliefs beyond yours. Do you, baby? Sorry for my little tangent, but it need to be had. Boom. So and I'm not gonna lie, once my parents actually started to heal up some and started identifying some behaviors of themselves, my brother and I was somewhat able to start on our own to kind of just start realizing certain things. After the realization that I still had like a lot to work on within myself, a lot of information that helped me was coming at once. Now you can continue, Jane, since you messed it up. Just learning. I was just, so much information was coming at me at once, and I was like, okay, I want to learn more. Right? So I went through this whole phase of just identifying that I've claimed as myself. And then I went through this whole phase of, okay, what is healthier ways of doing things? When I tell you November and December were my most pressure months, I felt a lot of pressure to let go. Now after like doing like all this research and like, you know, paying attention to all like my angel numbers, and you know, I had all this information, and now it was time for me to do. It was time for me to be. And I don't think I'm fully done with my shadow work. I think there's probably going to be a lot more to uncover. But I've released a lot in this past month, you know, and now I'm in like that practice stage of identifying and being, giving myself more actions to be the true creator of my reality. I'm super happy. I'm super happy, guys. I'm super happy. When it comes to spirituality, the one thing I cannot stress enough, your journey is your journey. You can watch all these videos, you can watch them all, but your journey will never be like mine. You know, it might have some similarities, but it's still unique to you, and that's the beauty of it all. So I feel like a lot of times when it comes to spirituality, it woos you in with all these pretty crystals, and here I am, I'm like so much energy, I'm super happy, and you know, I'm finally at peace with myself. That video in late December, and here I am in January 5th, and right now, all last night and all this morning, I have been in literal tears because I realized there are still things that I'm holding on to. And like, yay. And because like I work night shift, I couldn't like call and talk to my friends, so I had to deal with it by myself. Just me being goofy, but like on a real note, it is not always sunshines and rainbows. And if somebody's selling you that, throw hands. Whoop their ass. Whoop their ass. But to get there, guys, I'm not going to sit there and flex to you like it was easy. There were so many days where I felt so low vibrational. Got to a point of like a low, and I was like, I couldn't even, you know, uphold my responsibility to people. I was so drained. And who knows what how you may react during the process of releasing and letting go and identifying things. I like 5 minutes of the video to edit left, and I'm feeling lazy. Quick summarize what she was saying. She was explaining the reason why she was feeling so low vibrational, and it was more so because like when you're going through a transition, everything that you once knew about the world and once knew about yourself is crumbling down like the tarot card. And in the midst of your world feeling like it's crumbling down, there is, I know for me, there was like a panic. There was just like a whoa, what is going on? I don't like this. I got to rebuild this back up. But in actuality, it had to break down so I can realize that these are not things that truly align with me. Like, let me do like a quick rant. Like all this week, I was telling myself that I'm going to get a call. I'm going to get a phone call. I'm going to get a phone call. And guess what I got? I got a phone call for a new job in the June. Look at a queer. Look at a queer course. Look. Okay. Anywho, despite some challenges that you may go through, I still encourage, if you still want to do spirituality, do it. Do it. Do it. You'll learn so much about yourself. You will let go of so much. You'll let go of so much. Do it. I hope you know once you start, you can't go back. Overall, I think I'm done. If you have any questions, just comment it down below and I'll try my best to answer them. I had so much fun just free flowing. If it's all over the place, I am sorry. I get better at this. Better it done than never done at all. I am a YouTuber, I guess. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys in my next video. Bye-bye. I did it.